on, 'cause my soul is heavy now.
What is the deal? What is happening and what is going on with my Raider family, man? You are back for another live episode here of the Raider Rundown, man. And today we're going to be tapping in with the Raiders' biggest problem right now as it stands to me, right? So this is per my opinion, but as it stands right now, I think we got a huge problem that we really need to look into, and hopefully the Raiders can address and solve, man. So without further ado, and we got some recent signings that we got to touch on as well, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's tap in with the music, man, and let's get this show started. What is the deal, man? What is going on? What is happening with the Raider family? Like I said, you are back for another episode here at the Raider Rundown, man. I know it's been a minute since you bored into the solo show, but we are here, right? Tapping in with what I think is one of the Raiders' biggest problems right now. But as you already know, it is a rundown show. So before we get into any of that information, any of that good football talk that we always get into, man, you know what we got to start the show off with, and that is the roll call, man. Got to give a shout out to all my people that's in the chat, man. All the people that's tapping in with the comment section, man. Number one, my guy Huey P, always in the building, man. Always showing that love, man. What's going on, big dog? Glad you can make it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, glad you can make it. All right, who else we got? Sacktown Raider Mike in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? What's the deal with you, man? Salute. My guy LV, what's the deal, man? Salute to my guy, man. Glad you here, man. Definitely need you to tap in with the chat with this one for sure. J&N Galindo, man. Salute my guy in Nation. What's good, man? What's good with you, family? Salute, man. My guy Jeff, of course, in the building, man. Salute to Jeff. Guys, tap in with all my guys' channel. You know what it is, man. Who else we got? Jeffrey in the building, man. What's going on, man? Raiders Pete. What's the deal? PNW Mark, man. What's the deal? Yes, sir. I got all the family in here, man. Must be from Twitter. What's the deal, man? Glad you tapping in, though. I'm glad you tapping in. Shout out to my guy, Dre, man. Yeah, it's been a minute since I feel like I done did a solo show. So I feel like today I had to go ahead and tap in, man. Just give a solo take today, man. Definitely one of them days, man. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. James Williams, man. Of course, my guy 805. What's going on, big dog? And hey, no, I definitely appreciate that, though, man. Hey, look, this is what I'm saying right here, bro. This is why I make the channel. This is why I feel like my content is for, bro. I disagreed with homie on Twitter about Genty, right? We disagreed. But at the end of the day, he tapped in with the channel. He showed love and said it himself. Even though we disagree, don't mean that we got to take it any extra further than that. That's what the rundown is for, bro. This is what we do here on this channel, bro. We can disagree, but it's all good football talk at the end of the day, bro. That's all it is. Y'all already know what time it is, bro. And always Barrio Clips, man. TV, man. What's the deal? First time seeing you, so salute to my guy, man. Of course, Billy. It ain't no show without Billy Davis, man. What's going on, Big Billy? What's the deal with you, bro? So, salute to everybody in the chat as we always do, man. Make sure you guys are tapping in with the conversation, man. The show don't move without y'all. As y'all know, man, the show don't grow without y'all, right? So we getting close to that 2,500 as far as the subscriber count. We getting close. The goal, we trying to get to 3K before the season starts, or as close to, right? But we got to set some goals. So we trying to get to 3K subscribers before the season starts, man. So make sure you guys are sharing out the channel, sharing out the page, bro. Let's get some more people tapped in with the rundown, man. Make this one of the best Raider YouTube channels out on this mug, as y'all know. But before we go ahead, man, continue with what I think is some of the issues that I think the Raiders have right now and what it's looking like. I definitely think we got to tap in with some of the recent news. And of course, if we're going to do that, we got to tap in and say it like this. So it will be tapping in with the Raider Reese's, man. If it's your first time on the channel, man, what we do here, we break down some of the recent moves the Raiders have made, man. What's going on? What's really happening, man? So first thing that we got to talk about, and it could be nothing, it could be something, but very interesting draft news. The Raiders are now hosting Quinn Ewers with the top 30 visit, right? Very, very interesting. A guy that, me personally, I haven't spoke about a lot because, there's some things that he does that kind of make me weary of him. I'll be honest with you. I'd probably look at Will Howard first, but he has tools. He has traits, right? He has tools. He has traits. If you're going to talk about who would you take besides him, Jalen Milroe, we have to be honest with ourselves, and we have to honestly say he throws better than Jalen Milroe. We can't sit here and lie, right? We can't fuck around and lie. He's probably, as far as playing the position, he's better, right? I would say he's better. That's not saying he's a hell of a, a first round pick, but there's things to work on. There are tools and traits to work on, right? Now, if it's for me, third round pick, nothing higher, right? That would be me. I'm not looking at him anything higher than the third round pick, bro. I mean, if we took him in the third, okay, so be it. Project quarterback. We'll see how it works out. Has some, like I said, some traits you can fuck around and develop. So, okay, sure. But second round, I'm not doing that in the second round, bro, because I don't believe he's worth a second round pick. Now he's a quarterback. So he will get bumped up the board, probably. He probably will get bumped up the board. But if we're being real, bro, the value is really a third round pick, dog. Like, we're going to be honest with ourselves. Take all the quarterback shit off of it, right? And really scout and evaluate the player and the talent and all that shit. It's a third round pick. That's what he is to me. So if that's the case, bro, do you see yourself taking him in the second round, right? If you're like me and you're saying, he's probably a third, fourth round pick for real, if I'm evaluating and I'm looking and I don't watch the games and shit. So if that's the case, do you take him in the second round if quarterbacks get to flurrying off the board? Is that what you do? Or do you stand pat in your evaluation and you're like, all right, bro, well, I already didn't think he was a second. Now I'm kind of getting forced to take him this high when there's probably some way other better players on the board, right? Like this. The value is what's going to make or break some move like this, right? The value is what's going to make or break. You get him in the third, fourth round, none of us are really batting an eye. I really don't care. I honest with you, like third or fourth, good value. Let's see what he does. Probably maybe quarterback next year, regardless of who you got in the third or fourth round. That's how I feel. You're probably getting somebody next year to you. Oh yeah, that's the guy. But like I said, you got to get somebody with talent. That's talent. Second round, I'm questioning it. I'm scratching my head. I'll say that. I'll say that shit 100%. Shit in my hands and clap. Hey, dog. It's like, I get it. I definitely understand, bro. Again, bro, if you take this boy in the second round, I'm with you. But third, fourth, whatever. I'm saying the same shit about Jalen Milroe, bro. In the third or fourth round, when it comes to quarterbacks, dog, we all fucking wishing and praying at that goddamn point. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's news to share. Next little piece of news. This is more pressing, I would say. Somebody more, if you could see making an immediate impact, but I'm not going to say anything crazy, right? So the Raiders did just make a signing. They did just sign D tackle Leki Fotu, right? Leki Fotu, I believe that's how you say it. They just signed him big 330. I believe like 6'1", 6'2", or some shit like that. I got to see what he is. Let's look at the measurements. We do on a rundown. But either way, I know he's 330 for sure. So I know he's a run stopping defensive tackle for sure. Was with the Arizona Cardinals for a little bit. Jets last year, and everybody that watched the Jets, and we all knew how that went. So nobody really had a great year over there. But if we're looking at his measurables, right? Let me go ahead and look. Only 26 years old, pretty young, from Oakland, California. So that's always a plus when you get somebody from the town. Right, always a plus. Plus you get somebody homegrown, low key. But went to Utah, 6'5". I'm over saying 6'2". What the fuck am I saying? 6'5", 335. Right, so 6'5", 335, 26 years old. Right, so you got some room to have a guy for a while if he ends up performing. For his career, 92 total. Now keep in mind, he's not Christian Wilkins. He's like some of these other defensive tackles. Like, he's a nose tackle. So I'm not sitting here expecting to see hella stats. Right, we're not doing that. But what we will do, I will find some clips and we will look at that right now, bro, and we will see what impact he does bring. But as of right now, looking at his career numbers, like I said, they're not going to be overly impressive with 92 total tackles, right? And keep in mind, he was drafted in 2020. But 9 tackles, 43 solo, 49 assisted, 3.5 sacks on his career, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. So like I said, man, he's a nose tackle. I'm not expecting to see super gaudy numbers as far as pass rush and things of this nature. Would I look up his PFF grade? I can, but I don't know if that doesn't really matter. I'd rather look up some of the video. But if y'all are really concerned with what his PFF grade is for stat nerds out there, because I know I got some in the chat right there. I know I got a little bit. So as I wait for this to load, let's go ahead but y'all let me know, man. How do you feel about Leki Fotu signing with the? I do like the fact that we get the nose tackle. We get that if John Jenkins falls off a cliff age-wise, we can go and have somebody big body, right? We get a big body. I not though exclude me from getting Mason Graham at all. I'm gonna be honest. It don't me at all from getting Mason Graham. It wouldn't exclude all from getting no Kenneth Grant. None of that. I'm still doing that in the draft. That means anything to me. All of y'all that do like PFF grades, if you were to look at this man PFF grade, y'all gonna be real bad. Y'all gonna be real bad. This is why I don't look at these things, bro. This is why I don't look at these things, because it can skew your view, right? Definitely skew your view on what the player can actually do and what he can actually bring. Real Talk says, I hope his Raiders setting smoke screens for other players. We take him earlier than our last 6 pick. I'm turning my TV off until kickoff next season. I know you're talking about Quinn. Yeah, bro. Quinn is a hard watch, right? Quinn is a hard watch. He has talent, but then it's like it's never all there. It's never all there. Yeah, I think I am. And that's only because he's a quarterback, bro. I even push it up more because he's a quarterback to a 3rd round. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when realistically, none of us really feel like that. None of us feel this way. So we can't force if we're in the GM position, we're saying already, if we're already feeling like this, we're forcing the pick. Don't do it. We cannot do that. No way, shape, or form should we be forcing picks in this regime right now, bro. That's how you fuck your shit off. So definitely not that. Let me see. 4th, 5th. Yeah, see, hey, I'm not mad. Let me know. Shit, I'm over here bumping him up too goddamn high, making him too much money. I'm making him money at this point. But so now we go with this guy. So what was I saying? PFF, right? This is why PFF all like that, right? Because it'll skew your view. Look at this shit right here, right? If I show you this, look at this grade. This is a 36.3 grade. Now again, I think he got traded with it, but I know he's with the Jets. The Jets had a tough time last year, and their defense fell off a fucking cliff last year. So it's tough, right? It's tough, but this is a bad grade. This is terrible, right? This is terrible. So, but in looking at that, we can all say, "Oh my God, like why get this guy? Why do we do all these things?" But we're gonna look at the film, right? Or not? We're gonna look at just a couple clips. What can he bring? Right? What can he bring? So first clip we got right here is from Vic Tafer, right? And if I'm looking now, keep in mind when I show y'all these clips, I react at the same time as y'all, bro. I don't like doing the watching them beforehand and all the extra. Like I can do that, you feel what I'm saying? But I like my natural reaction, and I like us to see the same things, right? I like us to see the same goddamn things at the same time. So, Tafer posting, of some, and we got some other clips, but posting what Fotu can bring. So here he is right here, right, with the hair, of course. We see him here. So let's see what he does against the Steelers, no less. Very not impressive clip, in my opinion. Right? Not impressive at all. If that's what you using to sell us, yeah, shit, I'm not sold. I might even fucking make a return. I'm not even gonna lie. I might even make a return on my investment if that's what you're using to sell me. My man is already 50 feet, COVID distance from where the ball carrier is. So I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm gonna keep a fucking open mind. But this man has COVID distancing from where he's supposed to be, and I don't know what we're supposed to be looking at right here. I don't understand. They play,
Harris inside run 4 to the 35.
All right, you know what I mean. That was okay. Let's see if we can find another clip, something else, something more impressive. Because that right there didn't. I saw. I ain't like what I seen, seen, whatever the case. I ain't like. Don't give a damn. I don't like that at all. So let's see what else we got. Let's see what else I can find. Because that right there, there's gotta be some other clip. Gotta be some other clip. But as we continue, man, again, now seeing that does not exclude me from getting some of these people, right? Getting a Mason Graham, getting a Kenneth Grant, getting I believe it's Tyleek McAllister. Come on, bro. Like, there's nothing that will exclude me from doing that, bro. I get we just signed this guy right. Oh, this is a better clip. I get we just signed this guy right here, but I look at it more like depth, right? I look at him more like depth. Now I'm gonna start. Now this is a better example of what he can bring. This is a better example of what he can bring. So looking at a little of Fotu and what else he provide to the defense, right? We do need at least some type of nose, some type of run stuffer. It looks like a lot of our guys are pass rush in the defensive tackle room. So it's good to have the body. But here we are here, right? Against the Rams. Here we are here on this left side, right side of the it's there. Or right side of the defense, sorry. And he lined up at the nose, little shade right here on the outside right here. So as we look, taking on the double, nice. Good shed, and gets to the ball carrier. See, that's a better example of what we can be seeing. There is some room for improvement because I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the way he stands straight the fuck up sometimes. I don't like he's getting stood straight up. You would like it's just simple. You would like the pad level to be lower. I give you 6'5", you feel what I'm saying? But it is a concern when you take in the point of contact and you're getting so goddamn high as a defensive lineman, and it's a point of concern, right? Then you're easily driven off the ball and extra. We all know there's extra shit. But it's good to keep the hands active and swipe, right? And swipe to get to the ball carrier, right? Good. But also room for improvement. So again, right, like we're seeing, he's a big body, but we got to go ahead and figure out what we can do as far as adding some more talent in the defensive room, bro. I still would do it. It doesn't matter. Second round, third round, maybe it doesn't fucking matter to me, bro. I'm still adding defensive tackle help within this draft because it's so loaded, right? It's so deep. You go ahead, maybe. I mean, shit. Maybe what if Walter Nolan falls to the second round, right? Like these are things we got to think about. Kenneth Grant's there. We got to do it. Tyleek McAllister looks good to me, right? Like I like all these guys, bro. J.J. Pegues, Joshua Farmer. A lot of these guys, bro, I really, really like. Darius Alexander, another. Like there are multiple guys in this draft that I think even because some people are saying because we signed Fotu that maybe we don't go defensive tackle early or, as early as we may think. This does not exclude me at all, bro. The talent that Kenneth Grant or the talent that Mason Graham is, God forbid the talent that Abdul Carter is or whatever the case. But if we're talking interior linemen, Mason, Kenneth, Farmer, a lot of these guys, bro, like I can't pass on the value that they would bring. I definitely do it. He needs them pads low to the ground. Yeah, bro. Yeah. The pass too high. The pass too high. You can see it like in the first clip that we watched against the Steelers. When his pad got high, that's when they blew his ass off the ball, right? And now we saw in the second clip, it was a little better, able to use his hands and swipe, but again, still high, right? So if he's able to get his lower center of gravity better, and we be talking about this shit with Tyree, Tyree too. We be talking about this shit with Tyree. Same thing, getting high, right? Not really using the base. Issues that we see. Hopefully, like my guy said, see what we are not talking about is the coaching he will receive from our D-line. Exactly. So then this is my next point, bro, because I've seen Death Pile say it as well. OJ in the building too. Salute to my guy Jay as well, man. Salute. Hey, make sure you guys tap in with our Saturday morning show, man. Good morning, Raiders. Morning 10 o'clock Pacific time. Make sure you guys tap in. But another subject, bro, Rob Leonard, getting these guys right and improving them. Which is another reason why I would say I'm going D-line in the first or second round, bro. To coach like Rob Leonard, right? And he only enhances the skill of some of these guys. I mean, imagine what he can do for some of the draft prospects. Now, imagine what he can do for this guy, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and expect the world. I don't want to do that. But I do think he can control and become a viable nose tackle, right? Not going to sit here and say he's going to become fucking Dexter Lawrence or anything like that. But what he'd be somebody that you're not going to say like, oh, fuck, he's in the rotation, right? Like, I think that in certain situations, we'll be able to use the big frame, the big body, and we're already pretty good against the run, right? We're already a pretty good run defense. So adding this type of size can very well help. Like I said, only 26 years old as well. So it's not like we're getting a guy that's in his 30s and we're seeing this guy did clip and we're like, well, goddamn, 26, room to improve. See what it is. Let's not expect the world either, right? Let's not sit here and act like this man's to be the next coming to Jesus Christ. But I think we can get some contribution. Another name, CJ West. Yes, I've seen CJ West. You know what, bro? This draft positions is so deep that like when you just start talking about guys like off the cuff, start talking about guys off the dome, you forget some names. Like that's how deep this shit is, where it's like you'll legitimately forget a name, and then when it's brought up to you, you're like, oh goddamn, that is a good. He is good. So it's like this draft, it's so much value, bro. So much value. We can't just pass up on that shit. We just can't do it. John B says what's killing me about the chats. Nothing but NPC moron saying salute. So what you wanted to say, John B? What you wanted to say? Ducky says it'd be crazy if Carter fell to us, bro. I get off stream, somewhere to Green Bay immediately and run the pick in for them. I don't even need. Hey, stop it. You know what? No, we ain't got to do Green Bay. We go all the way to Vegas, right? We close. Drive with me. We there, bro. If Carter falls to us, we hopping in the car. John, put the phone down, dog. I don't even need you to make more motherfucking decision. We'll make the pick for you. No trip. What's Roger's number? What the fuck is Roger's number, dog? We go, dog. You don't need to have no type of thoughts about what the pick is if Abdul Carter is there. Zero thoughts. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Now Travis Hunter is there. Same dilemma. Same dilemma. We packing the car up. We all going to Vegas. Whoever want to go, we on. Put the phone down, John. We got this shit for you. We don't even want no hiccups. We don't want no hiccups. Hey, that shit right now. Now use the same what Chip can do for Genty. Now look, bro. There's a difference. There's a difference, right? Because with him, it's not just him, right? Like we still have to see how some of the offensive line performs. We still got to see how the offense can open up around him as well. Because right now, we're 27 minutes in. But we ain't even talked about the biggest problem on the team, And right now, as it's structured, bro, I'm about to make the points. But as it's structured, bro, it's very easy to take our offense out of game still. It is. We got a better quarterback, but structurally, bro, it's very easy if you have a talented and opportunistic defense. So it's kind of hard to say that with Genty because there's so many other factors that have to play into him being successful. Whereas Fotu, right? Musha, you get a motherfucker one-on-one, you get a double team. That's all. What's the job? You feel what I'm saying? Get to the ball carrier. That's it. That's all there is. Dre says Rob deserves a better job. He needs a shot at defensive coordinator. Yeah, I could see it. It's kind of hard because you got a lot of talent mixed in with the coaching staff too. So it's like, you got PG. PG don't get no head coaching job. He's probably pretty cushy here, unless you could say maybe PG gets the job here if Pete's done or whatever. But we got a we got a nice dilemma when it comes to that as far as the coaching and things of that nature. But yeah, I do think he needs a shot. My bad. I'm over here typing something. There we go. All right, now who else we got, man? Genty is that dog out there. I like Genty, man. I'm not, and not once, and y'all know me, not once have I came out here on the podcast and say he's trash or he's bad or none of that, right? But again, just me, bro. If I'm picking a dude 6 overall, I barely should be taking him off the field. Barely, right? Like, unless the motherfucker's tired and he needs some water. That's the only time I should be taking him off the field. I shouldn't have to take him off the field off of necessity because he cannot do the job, right? I'm not saying he can't get better at the job, but initially, like when I'm drafting him, day one, he's not going to be good at said pass blocking or certain other aspects. He's just not. So we're going to have to scheme to take him off the field, right? And unless he's getting 150 to 200 yards a game, I can't see that, bro. I just cannot see it. Can't see it. Rundown gonna be live, then disappear. Next thing you know, you see Rundown run across the stage with the Raiders car. Like, hey, bro. I'm telling you. I will teleport. I will teleport to the stage, dog. We're not even gonna let them fuck it up. We've had too much PTSD, right? We sitting there. Abdul Carter's there. Oh my God. We're happy. Oh, we can't believe it, bro. Abdul Carter is there. And then we fuck around and we take Quinn Ewers with the 6. like it's happened too many times. It's happened way too many times. We can't do it. Nah, we're not even gonna let them fuck it up for us, bro. We're gonna go ahead and run on the stage for it. Fuck that. Let me see, man. At 6, does anyone honestly think that there will be a better football player other than Genty? See, when you talk about 6, if you want to say, yeah, sure, he's the overall best player there, yeah, sure. And that does work. call thing. Every time, bro, I started calls me. It's wild, bro. It is wild. But appreciate everybody for staying with me, man. Every time I start to show, somebody want to call me and tell me some information or whatever the hell going on. So we go ahead and mute this thing real quick. Mute this thing real quick. Hold on. So why are we doing that, man? Nah. You already know what time it is, bro. I got my damn phone and all that shit connected, so you already know, man. Every time somebody call me, my shit stop. My shit freeze. But as we continue, man, god damn, bro. It's hot in this motherfucker, man. Hold on, give me 1 second, man. It's hot as hell in here, dog. Come over here. Sweating shit. Hell no. I refuse to sweat on stream. I can't do that shit. Fuck that. All right. So as we continue, man, we back. It's getting hot in this motherfucker. But hey, tap in where y'all from too, man. If y'all from California, you already know what time it is, bro. The heat wave is coming. We over here it's already 80-something degrees. The shit feel like 100, bro. I'm already getting fucked off. I like summer for the vacations I take, but I hate summer heat. To be honest with you, I hate the heat. So a little part of me hates summer, dog. I really do. Because at this point, bro, I cannot take being hot. You know what I'm saying? Now winter, I'm with this shit all day. You know what I'm saying? I love the cold. I can do the snow. Right there. I'm fine with that. See, I live in Cali. I don't do snow, but I can do the snow. But this heat shit, nah, I'm not with that. Not with that at all. But my boy said Richmond, Virginia. Hey, I know that shit get muggy down there, boy. I know it get muggy. I already know. I was in Georgia for a time. I know it's not the same, but I was in Georgia for the time, boy. That air was thick. That motherfucker feel like you could chew on the air out there, bro. That shit was so thick. So ooh, my boy Dixon in the Dino. No, you in the dirty Dino. Nah, boy. Hey, anybody that's not from Cali, y'all know about the Dino, man. Hey, y'all know about the Dino. Y'all from Southern Cali. Y'all know what's up. Y'all know what it is. I want to hear shit from you, LV. You cushy over there where you at, bro. We don't want to hear nothing from you. Yep. That version mobile Wi-Fi is fucking me up. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know what it is. That lunatic Wi-Fi. Hey, that is disrespectful. That's bad disrespect. That said lunatic Wi-Fi. Hey, I'm about to tell that man y'all said that. I'm definitely gonna tell y'all man y'all said that. It's 75 at Albuquerque. Bro, I don't want to hear that, Jay. Nobody want to hear about no 75 right now, man. It's 89 degrees where we're at, bro. 89 degrees. Hey, man, there my boy go. There my boy go. Hey, they over here talking. They talk about you in the chat, man. You gotta go ahead and regulate, dog. You gotta regulate. It's doing overtime. You gotta regulate, Loon. They over here talking about you, bro. So we halfway through, man. Hey, Turf in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? What's the deal with you, man? So turf in the building, and we already halfway through the show. I feel like it's time that we I feel like it's I feel like it's time we go ahead and really get to the crux of the show, right? Raiders' biggest problem. And what is it? Right? What's the crux of the show? We in wide receiver hell, dog. I'm gonna just keep it a bean, bro. We are in wide hell. And I'm gonna show it to you, but if you look at our roster, what's going on? Oh, damn, I forgot to talk about that too. We'll talk about that at the end. We'll talk about it at the end because we're already in this. But if you look at our roster, bro, it's dirty, right? It's dirty, bro. So now we'll talk about maybe is it the thing to do with 6? Maybe is it not the thing to do with 6? Whatever the case. But if you look at this depth chart, there's nothing you can tell me that lets me think that, oh yeah, bro, we're good, right? We're good. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and share this out, bro. Let's go ahead and share this out. So sharing the screen, bro. Looking at this right here. If you look at it, look at the depth chart. So of course they had us up with Geno right here. So now we got all our starting guys, and I'll go ahead and zoom in for some of my, my older folk. So go ahead, zoom in. But look at these receivers, dog. Jacoby, right? That's okay. Trey, I think he'll be better with Geno being a quarterback, so we're fine with that, right? We are okay. Who the fuck is this? And this is no disrespect, but who's Kyle Phillips? Right? Like who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't remember him being on the roster after this. Christian Wilkerson is somehow using the Brandon Parker package and hanging around. I don't know how he's still here. We still looking at Alex Bachman, right? Shedrick Jackson. Who is this? Right? Like who are these people? Like and now Ramel Keaton is the only one where I'm like, okay, maybe, that might have some talent, but that's like asking a lot out of him to ask him to become like we need a number one. So we asking this man to become a 1B, 1A all of a sudden? Like, that's a lot to ask. And then Tyreek McAllister. We saw the man for one game. He got the shit knocked out of him. And then we didn't see him after that. Right? So look at this, dog. You can't sit here and tell me that you're okay with this lineup. Right? Now, like, look. Now I'm gonna make my point, right? I'm gonna make my point. Okay. I think we all did. I think we all did. But look at this, bro. Now check my point out here. And y'all tell me, y'all can refute and we can talk about it. So take this roster as it is. Okay. Add in Genty to it. How much better does it look? Just be honest. Add Genty to this roster. I put Raheem in the second. Okay, put Raheem second. Now it's Geno, Ashton Genty, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, Kyle Phillips. You like that? Y'all confident in that? For 17 games? I'm not. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not. I don't care how certain people feel about it, dog. If I just replace Raheem Mostert with Ashton Genty, I don't see this offense being exponentially better in no way, shape, or form. If I'm going to be honest with you, if I'm going to be honest with you, dog, it's going to be very easy to scheme against this offense at a certain degree, right? At a certain degree, because it's the Josh Jacobs effect, right? It's the Josh Jacobs. I mean, shit, at that point, bro, it's like, well, we're not going to let you run the ball. We're not going to let you run the ball and towards the third, fourth quarter when plays need to be made on the outside, right? Who's going to make the play? Who's going to make the play? Dog, who's going to make the play? I just want to know. When we go against some of these other DBs, when we go against some of these other teams, college secondaries that can say, hey, I'm going to put my number one cover dude on Brock Bowers. I'm going to do that. That's what Denver did, right? And then what? Right? If we're not running the ball well, some of you tend to think, and this is what kills me, bro. This is what kills me. Because you tend, like, we have sometimes this way of thinking where we're like, that's never gonna happen to us. It's never gonna happen to us. Yes, the fuck it will. Right? Last year we thought we're never gonna sit here and rush for under 3 yards a carry. We're never going to sit there and not have a good rushing day. And that's what some of y'all are saying right now. Oh, we get Genty, we'll never have a bad rushing day again. Wrong. It's going to happen. It's the NFL. We don't have the Eagles' offensive line. There's going to be some point where somebody is going to get us and say, you're not going to be able to run. You're not going to be able to run the ball. You're not going to be able to run the ball today. And when that happens, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Now, I get Ashton Genty. Yes, I understand. I get Ashton Genty or just running back is the biggest need. But you can't tell me that we don't feel that need with Travion Henderson. We don't feel that need with Quinshon Judkins. We don't feel that need with some of these two running backs. Why would we do that, bro? Why would we do that? We would do the same amount of work with those backs, bro. We would do the same amount of work. No. If you can't run the ball, you get the pieces that help you create a good run game. Right? It's not just all about when we're talking about running the ball, bro. Yes, a running back is a big part of it, but the pieces must matter too, bro. If there's no fear on the outside, right? And we could now all of a sudden we got this like, oh, we love Trey Tucker. We don't know what Trey Tucker is. We hope he's good, but at the end of the day, we still don't know what he is, bro. So we could say, oh, it's all fine and dandy, bro, but there's no speed still. There's no explosion on the outside. There's nothing to fear. So I'm going to continue to squeeze your ass down in the box until your boy's not really a factor no more as far as the running back is concerned. And unless we somehow conjure up Detroit's offensive line, the Eagles' offensive line, unless we conjure that shit up in one off season, it's not going to go down the way y'all think it's going to go down. It's not. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So be it. You know, I don't care about nothing. I'll show my face out here if I'm wrong and admitting to y'all that I was wrong. I've done it multiple times before. So let's not act here like I'll go ahead and tuck tail. That don't matter to me. But I'm gonna stand on what I believe, bro. And what I believe, I don't see that shit working. I don't. It's to a point where we're gonna get frustrated because we're not gonna be explosive. We're gonna have the same problem that we've had for 2 years, bro. We don't have no explosion. Now our quarterback can go down the field, but it's gonna be hard when we're getting squeezed. You don't have no play action no more after we done got squeezed and the defense understands, we don't really fear all the other dudes on the outside, though. We don't care, right? Don't really care. So say what you want. Say what you. And see, even John B, right? He wants Genty, but even John B saying that still. We can't sit here and project, right? We can't project. The only guy on this roster at the wide receiver position that has given us any substance, right, is Jacoby Myers. Everybody else is a wish and a prayer, dog. Everybody else, like, that's it. So you mean to tell me we're okay? Like, this is where I get it, bro. So you mean to tell me that you're okay with Trey Tucker being your wide receiver 2 for 17 games? That's what we're okay with. Like, come on, bro. Like, it sounds fine and dandy in the spring until we get to the training camp, and now all the reporters aren't giving us good news no more because none of the receivers are getting open because we're relying on fucking Alex Bachman and Christian Wilkerson. But it's okay. We drafted a running back, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. Now, all of a sudden, we're hearing from Deshaun Reed and Vic Tafer from the training camp that the passing game is going on a little bit slow. The receivers are struggling to create separation. Well, why is that? When you look at these goddamn names and you look at a guy like Shedrick Jackson, who I've never heard of in my life. This man sounds like he's from a Shaft movie, and yet we are sitting here saying completely this will be fine as a wide receiver core. We just got to draft a running back. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now, okay. Can we address this in free agency? Yes, it can be addressed. This is the good part, right? We don't have to go to the draft to do it. Now, if certain moves shake out in free agency, there might be a path for rundown to say, well, you know what? Hey, I can't deny it no more. It wouldn't be my pick, but it is what it is, right? If we're going to take him at 6, take him at 6. But the path needs to be laid, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we need to have it ready for him before we get here. And understand, again, and y'all can check me if I've ever said this, bro. Y'all watch me every time I go live. So, and y'all know I have no problem if y'all say, nah, you did say that or whatever the case. Let me know if I've ever said Genty's not a good running back. I'll wait. I never said it. But I do think that the situation must be right. It has to be right. We can't just get him and expect him to fix everything and be the Band-Aid. We have to help him too. And as of right now, this offense ain't gonna help him do nothing, right? This offense ain't gonna help him do nothing. So if we're gonna look now, I like Chip Kelly and he's gonna scheme it up to a degree, but I'm talking about the counterparts, right? Brock Bowers is the piece, but again, I can, and I just keep using Denver to a degree because this is what they did and this is what they can do. If I have a Pat Surtain, well then Brock Bowers, there you go. Right? Like I'm going to neutralize that. Jacoby is going to get free to a degree, right? Like he's going to do his thing to a degree. Jacoby will do his thing, but I think we all see like there is a ceiling with what Jacoby can give us. I don't think it's ever going to be in the realm of the CeeDee Lambs and the AJ Browns and the Jamar Chase. It's just not going to be that. That's not the type of receiver he is, right? But that doesn't make no sense. And see, money Chuck. Right? What doesn't make sense is not drafting a Genty at a position of need to take a lesser quantity player at receiver. See, we don't assume. I didn't sit here and say we draft 1 at 6. I didn't say that. Now, can we? Yes. But there are other positions of need as well, bro. There are other positions of need as well. Like running back is not major to me as far as getting another linebacker now. Is major to me, right? This receiver core is bad, but but getting a corner, maybe getting a slot corner is pivotal to me right now, bro. That's a bigger need. We don't have these things, right? I mean, and then you can look, and this is where I get it, right? Again, just because I don't take him at 6 doesn't mean I can't feel the need, right? Just because I take him at 6 don't mean I can't feel the need, bro. Like the need will be filled. Now, if they go off the draft and don't get no running back, you have a point. But I sincerely doubt that's not going to happen, right? So Barkley proved it in the Super Bowl. The pick has to be a high caliber running back. No, he didn't. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl with Miles Sanders. They're all right? They went to the Super Bowl with Miles Sanders. They'll be okay. They went to the playoffs last year without Saquon Barkley as well. Right now, the difference was they drafted well, continued to get their O-line right, and when they felt that the team in itself was ready and the team in itself had as many pieces as they can draft and acquire in free agency, they then acquired the superstar running back to complete it off. That's what you do, right? But when you are that superstar running back, and you're drafted by the organization and that's not quite ready for you yet, you'll give them a couple years of good, solid play, 3-4 years of it, but you won't really hit your potential and you won't really show what you can do until you get out of that situation and get into a better situation, i.e. Josh Jacobs, i.e. Saquon Barkley, i.e. Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones. Well, Aaron Jones had a pretty good situation, but either way, best 3 backs in the league all had to leave their current teams that drafted them to go to a better situation to then show what the full talent can be. Right? Like, that's just what it is, bro. The best 3 backs in the league had to leave their original teams that drafted them to go do better things. That's where we are. That's where we are. We're not the better team right now. We're not that other team that the running back go to, and all of a sudden, no. We're closer to the Atlanta Falcon position where they took Bijan Robinson. But let's be honest with ourselves. You look at that draft, Jalen Carter went the pick after. What you think they'll do now? Just keep it a bean, bro. Say what you want, bro. But Bijan Robinson went and Jalen Carter went the pick after. Y'all tell me what Atlanta would do if it was a redraft today. Let's not stop this, bro. Let's stop this, bro. Let's stop this. Because Atlanta in a couple years, if they don't start winning, guess where Bijan going to go? Somewhere else. Somewhere else. I guarantee you. If they don't start winning, he will not be there. So it continues. The cycle continues, bro. We're not ready. We're not ready. Soon. And then just don't be mad if we don't take them, bro, because what if it happens some later date? But if we continue on what we're talking about, right? Pressing need. What's a pressing need? Receivers pressing, dog. You just saw that goddamn roster. You saw that goddamn depth chart. We don't know these people. Signed your man from the local Piggly Wiggly and said, hey, who wants to be a receiver? Come on, son. My man Raiders brass went on Fremont Street and said, free receiver signing, bro. Who wants a free practice squad check? That's where we at. So right now, I get running backs a need, bro. I get it. But with the class, it's not that pressing to me. Now, the path. Let's start with this, bro, to quell some of y'all, because some of y'all might be angry right now. Heated, fumed behind the screen. I understand, because I don't want to take Genty at 6. Now, let's take the path. How can we get to Genty? How can we get him to feel comfortable taking him at 6, right? How can we do it? The only way to do that is to sign talent in the free agent pool, right? We got to sign talent in the free agent pool. So now, here we go adding some of these guys, right? Now we look at this list. Check this list out. Free agents available that we can acquire, look at, maybe sign. Okay? Already the number one name on this list for me is Stephon Diggs. It as far as the talent, he's the most talented receiver in this crop, in my opinion. And I'm adding Tyler Lockett in there too. He is the most talented receiver in here. Some of y'all can be mad. Oh, he does too much, antics. It's too much drama. Really, honestly, dog, I really don't understand the drama talk that comes with Stephon Diggs. I really don't see it. What does he do off the field? When have I ever heard anybody say that Stephon Diggs was loafing? When have I ever said it? Y'all can let me know. I don't think or not even me, somebody else, right? Who the hell? I've never heard anybody say Stephon Diggs was loafing. He took plays off. He not running hard, doesn't care. You know what I mean? Only cares about himself, blah, 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 all this extra shit, right? I haven't heard it, right? Now, what I do hear is, when he gets to yelling and shit on the sidelines, he's like, dog, like, what are we doing? What's happening? But I'm going to be real, bro. We need some of that competition in this mug, bro. We need some of that competition on it. We need some of that competition on here, bro. The fire he brings, right, to want to be good, that's what we need. We need some shit like that. And from him, I don't sense the Davante diva-ish, right? Where it's like, it's all about my stats. It's all about these things. For me, I get more of like, yeah, I do want my stats for sure. But like, if we're not performing the way we should be performing as an offense, bro, I'm going to be hot. I'm going to be heated. Right? And I think that's what really I be seeing with Stephon Diggs. And even last year, bro, with Houston. Last year with Houston wasn't even a bad year for him. He was actually doing pretty well before he got hurt. He was actually doing pretty well. Pretty quiet, too. I didn't hear no complaints about Stephon Diggs before he got hurt. No complaints. So that would be my first choice, right? I would definitely love Stephon. Love what he can bring. He definitely is the type of receiver we would need to pair with Jacoby and Brock Bowers. And they're already telling us that he's running and lifting at 100% after the ACL tear. Now, it's always proven that a year after the injury, you're not exactly the same. So I want to, it would be there. It would be interesting to see that. But I have seen him running routes. I have seen him lifting. And you wouldn't kind of know that he did tear his ACL. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. Pete Carroll believes in a blue chip running back. You can't say what Brady believes or not. We have no idea. We have no idea. And you can say again, and like we can say that running back Pete Carroll believes in running the ball. But what if Pete Carroll's version of believing to run the ball is drafting Cam Scatterboo? We don't know that. Like we all assume that that's what he means by getting Genty at 6 and all these things. But if you and we'll look at their draft picks later, but not a lot of receiver picks in the first round for Carroll or John Spytek. But if you're looking, if it's not Stephon, who else? Right? Keenan Allen? No. I don't know. Keenan Allen, too slow. Not the explosion that we're looking for. Amari Cooper? No. I'm good off Amari, bro. I don't want that soft ass shit here. I'm straight with that. Fuck no on Deontay Johnson. That's a definite no. We're not doing that. Tyler Lockett is the only other one, right? Tyler Lockett's the only other one that makes sense besides Stephon Diggs. But see, this is the issue. Tyler Lockett is small, right? Like Tyler Lockett ain't a big receiver, bro. And looking again, we saw the roster. Our roster is smallish. No size. No size to it at all. So getting Lockett, yeah, that helps. It does quell some things. I agree. If you get him, you can only add to the room. But the problem still remains, right? Like we have no explosion in the receiver room. We have no speed besides Trey Tucker. And we got to get some length. We got to get some length, bro. So it's like as of right now, like we don't have any of that. And Tyler Lockett wouldn't quell a lot of these things. Like he'd be a great third down option, somebody that's very safe as well. But that's what Jacoby is. And we'd have two of those guys with two of those guys with kind of Tyler Lockett. You know, you got Trey Tucker to stretch the field. But again, we're lacking, right? We're lacking. So what do we do? Right? What do we do? How if we don't go the veteran route? If we don't go the veteran route, what are some other ways that we can get a receiver in here, bro? Because there's no way y'all are telling me y'all are cool with that depth chart going into the season. There's no way. I can't see us being cool with that, bro. That depth chart is trash. And that's just keep it funky. Let's keep it in the bean. So where do we go? Right? What's the deal? There are some guys in this draft that I really like. But let's start with the number one. At 6. Who do you go? Where do you go? Right? Because at first, I'm not gonna lie. I do like T-Mac. I really do like T-Mac. And I'm gonna be real with you. And I think that I would take him. And if we trade back, bro, I don't think we'll get him. But this is the thing. This is where it's at. Do you take T-Mac or Matthew Golden in the first round? That would be my first question to a lot of people. What do we do in the first round? If we want to go receiver in the first round, where would you lean? T-Mac or would you go Matthew Golden? Right? So, and keep in mind, with Matthew Golden, you can trade back. You might be able to trade back and acquire Matthew Golden. You wouldn't even probably have to get him at 6. You might be able to just trade back and do it. T-Mac feels an immediate need, right? He feels an immediate need. What is he, like 6'4", something like that? Prototypical X-receiver body frame and type. So I can definitely get down with T-Mac being here and being part of this rotation. Now, right? So just stay with me now. If we were to get a T-Mac in the first round and we were to get a Quinshawn Judkins in the second round, I wouldn't be mad at that. I like that. That now I look at the offense and it looks better. It looks more even, right? Now I can say, all right, now we got a receiver over here. Pretty good. All right. We got Jacoby Myers over there. Viable. Brock Bowers, superstar. Very good young running back in the backfield that our offensive coordinator already knows, right? Hey, we looking good, right? I like that. It's more spread. It's more even. right? I definitely like that. Now, if you take Matthew Golden, same dilemma. Okay, if you go with the first round receiver, you go in the second round, maybe third, if you can maybe get away with it. But then you get your running back of substance. If you get a Travion Henderson, if you get a Quinshon Judkins, if you get a Caleb Johnson, any of these dudes, we work, we roll. I like that, right? It all fits. It all goes together. Now, this is where it gets dicey. Okay, this is where it gets dicey. Oh, hey, yo, I'm glad you said something, 2 cents, bro. I actually no real talk. I actually am glad 2 cents said something. That's my bad. Sometimes I do not be changing the ad monetization a little bit sometimes on purpose, but for this time right here, all right, this time right here, I meant to change it. Because I meant for us to go ahead and have that conversation. But yeah, all right, you already know. Hey, look here now, 2 cents, baby rundown is here, man. Every ad goes to milk. Being honest with you, every ad you see go is another cent into the formula jar. Is where all my bread is going. So I'm gonna let y'all know that shit right now. But so looking right. Can we do that? Can we get him in the first round? Maybe. That would be cool. I'm looking at some defensive players, honestly. I really think we should go defense in the first round. If we're not getting a quarterback, I really think it should be defense. But that's for another show. We're doing that for another show. All right, because I really have some thoughts on where we should go. But real talk though. Oh yeah, you already know, bro. Hey. Now, of course, like I always tell y'all, man, I'm trying to get my bread, but it's always about conversation at the end of the day. It ain't never about that. But so if we don't go first round, what else can we do? Right now, let's play into some people's fantasy. Right, we grabbed Genty first round. Okay, now, okay, there are still holes to fill, and this is where it gets dicey too, because now we still got to fill wide receiver, we still got linebacker, right? We still need a linebacker. Now, can you get Jahad Campbell second round maybe and do that? You would hope, but that you're like wishing and praying you get that man second round. Depends what we do. And does the quality of linebackers dip from first to second to third? Does the quality of receiver dip from first to second or third? I believe it definitely does. For receiver, it definitely does, right? I think the quality dips. Does it dip significantly? I don't think it's significant, but I definitely think it dips, right? So if we don't go there, right? Fringe first round, second round guy, I don't think this is a dip, though. Emeka Ibuka will be another name that you might be able to quell. Hold on. I know I gotta put that up day 2. And so Emeka Ibuka would be another name that I think we can go ahead and maybe get with, right? If we want to talk about that. Chip Kelly, obviously familiarity, knows the scheme. My only thing is he's low key like Jacoby Myers, more supercharged. And when I say that, I don't mean he is Jacoby Myers, but I mean like the game is similar, right? Like Ibuka's game is similar to me. Oh, before we go, man, you got a $20 holler from John B, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Make sure it's Gerber or Abbott Labs when you buy that white man's baby poison. Hey, you already know what it is, bro. I'm hoping to get him off that soon, bro. I hate this formula stuff. I be looking at the ingredients and shit, and that was on me. You know, like when you look up how sausage is made, and now all of a sudden it fucks your view up. Like I looked at how the formula and the ingredients and shit, and I'm like, it'll fuck my view up. So I'm trying to look at some alternatives, dog. So, but if now can we get Ibuka second round? How does that work? Right, I like him, but I just think his game is similar to Jacoby, so it wouldn't be bad. But the explosion factor, he is kind of more explosive than Jacoby, but the explosion factor does lack a tad. But I don't really give a fuck about that factor, bro. If Ibuka's there in the second round, okay. Now we just push linebacker back to the third round, and hopefully we can get our UCLA guy that LV has brought up before. A lot of us, what's it, Schwessinger, I believe. Maybe you can get that. But we'll see with that, bro. We'll see with that. So going off of that, maybe Ibuka. Higgins is somebody I'm looking at. Jaden Higgins from Iowa State will be another prospect whose name rings to me. Prototypical X body, right? Prototypical frame and what we would need. Runs some very crisp routes for his size, bro. And I've seen some people even say he's better than T-Mac, which I think is Oblivious, absurd. But even so, I do think the way he moves is different than T-Mac, though. I will say that. It's different. He's a little more fluid at the size, right? And I think his hands are very sticky. I love when I watch receivers now, shameless. I'm more versed in running backs, and I will say at scouting running backs and looking at talent and doing all that than I am a receiver. But obviously, certain skills you can translate and look at. But I love it when a receiver catches with the hands, right? And if it's consistent on film, I love what I see when I see a lot of people catch with their hands. This is the thing with T-Mac. This is the thing with Higgins. That's the thing with Ibuka as well. That's the thing with a lot of these guys. Like, they catch with their hands. Not a lot of body catchers, right? And that's something that I really do like. As far as taking these receivers, bro, you like sure hands. Now with the speed with Higgins, the speed's not all the way there. He doesn't have blazing speed, but shit, it was good enough. I think at the combine he ran maybe a 4.5, something like that. So let me look what he ran, because he ran something that had me saying, God damn, hold on now. So looking at the prospect file, 6'4", right? 216. Love that. Very good frame. 4.47. Right, 4.47, 39-inch vertical jump for Jaden Higgins, right? So Jaden Higgins runs a 4.47. I believe that McMillan ran a 4.48, right? So there's that, right? There's that, all the same thing. But I do think he's a tad more fluid than T-Mac. He's a tad more fluid. So I do like Jaden Higgins. Jalen Knoll from, I believe, Iowa State as well is another one that we can talk about. He's nice. That and he's smaller than Higgins is for sure, but quick, mad quick. So if I'm looking, he's only 5'11" though, 5'11", 201. And that that's not really quelling the size that we like, the size concerns that we like. You know what I mean? So getting him wouldn't really satisfy a need per se, because we're sitting there and we're saying that we still probably need bigger bodies, but he's a nice guy to look at. He was cooking. Another guy that has been catching a lot of buzz lately from Washington State, how I believe. Is it Kyle Williams? I gotta remember his damn name. Let me look at his name, man. But I seen him at the Senior Bowl. I know his last name is Williams. And he's been getting a lot of buzz, bro. And I see him at the Senior Bowl. He was low-key cooking people at the Senior Bowl. Let me look at his damn name, bro. I got to make sure I see him. Where is he? Because I have some clips. I definitely got some clips that I definitely want to look at. There he is. Oh, Kyle Williams. I knew that was his name. Kyle Williams, right? Catching some buzz. He's catching some buzz. I have some, you're looking at Chris Sims, and he gives his wide receiver rankings every year, right? And looking at his ranking, we can see it right here. These are his rankings, right? These are his rankings. NFL ready baller Travis Hunter, and this is his wide receiver. You see that right there. Of course, I would take Trav 10 out of 10 if he's there. But Kyle Williams, right, climbing up to number 2, even ahead of T-Mac, right? And even looking at Chris Sims, he don't even have Matthew Golden up here. He has Jalen Knoll, actually. So not even Matthew Golden. So Trey Harris is there as well. Another guy that I even forgot, right? I even forgot about. But this list, I don't know if I completely agree with. I don't know. He was kind of spot on with a couple of his wide receiver lists for a couple of years. So I don't know how this was. But looking at Trey Harris is another guy that we could get second round, big body, has that X frame. So that'd be another guy that I would look at there. But Kyle Williams is somebody that we'll focus on right now for the time being. Creeping up there. And the reason we'll focus on Kyle Williams is because he won't require hefty draft capital, right? I don't believe he'll require hefty draft capital. I think it'll be relatively maybe a 4th round if we can do that. Maybe 3rd, how he creeps, maybe. But senior, 6 feet, 186. Look here now, he from Inglewood. He from Inglewood. So we like to grab the Cali people now. We got to grab the Cali individuals, right? From there, bro, that's where the greatness come out of, right? If you talk about Cali, that's where greatness come from. So we got to go ahead and whenever you see that and they have some type of ability, so there's potential to be great, right? From Cali, you already know. So if we're here, let's look again. I saw him at the Senior Bowl too, and I did write him down. But ever since then, Shameless or shame on me, didn't really tap in with the tape up to this point. So many guys you watch, right? And you just forget about names and forget about who you can watch. But I do want to check this out. Check this nice little route package out real quick, right? Of course, I love showing just certain films show certain things that we like. Just check out this route package, right? Check the feet. Woo! That is dirty. Now I know it's 1-on-1 air, but the feet are nice, dog. Froze homie immediately, right? So I know I got some more in here as well because I was over there just looking at random things that everybody was posting, and all of a sudden I like what I saw. I like what I saw. So, continuing to look, man. Who else you got right there? Yeah, it's another one, man. So continue to show you guys some clips, man. He's got some twitchiness to him, bro. He's got some twitchiness to him that definitely made me feel like I might be able to take a flyer on this guy. Now, again, shameless plug, didn't really know too much, right? Didn't really know too much, but this is right here. His acceleration though is next level. I'll be honest with y'all, dog. His acceleration is different. When he's talking, when he's really getting in gear, bro, he's different. So we're gonna really go through some tape now. Found it. I found exactly what I was looking for. So here we go. We're gonna really go through something and really watch, right? Really watch the clip.
First downs and makes
before we get our monetization taken. So here we go, down here at the bottom of the screen watching. Again, I love the hands catch. Now look at this shit. Ooh-wee. You're not getting caught? I like that. Okay. Hey, that was cold right there. Another. Let me see him down here at the bottom of the screen. I like that. Hey, now look, check it out now. Check it out. You're not sitting here saying you're going to be one of the top 5 receivers in the league, but the ability to do this, right, is ability to take a 5-yard route, 50, 40, whatever. That's what separates dudes in the league, right? So my guy says 4.4, right? 4.4. Even look a little bit faster, right? But see, you love it when you hear 4.4 and the game speed looks fast, right? Matches with the game speed. So I like that. Here we go in the slot. Let's see what we got. Let me see what he give us. Broken tackle. He cribbing it. Ooh, hey now. Oh, wait a minute. Now look here, right? Every time I brought up explosion, right? This is what you're not getting from guys, and this is no shade because of course we love him, but this is what you're not getting from Jacoby Myers, right? You're not gonna get that. And that's the separation. That's the difference, dog. That's the difference. You feel me? Because when you're with guys like Jacoby, they're more steady. You feel what I'm saying? They're more steady. You look at Trey Tucker. I don't even think Trey Tucker has the fluidity that this dude has. Trey Tucker has the speed, but the way he's able to move side to side and how quick it is, right? Without losing speed, nonetheless. Without losing speed. The man moves side to side without losing no speed, and he's able to continue to gain momentum, bro. I don't even think Trey Tucker got this type of elusiveness or fluidity. My man is losing no speed as he goes and swerves. I love that. See, that's what you're not getting. That's what we don't have in our receiver room. That's what I keep saying, bro. We don't have this. We don't have this right now. We have a whole bunch of guys that are steady, but not this. So here we go. Bottom of the screen down here, trips formation. Another short one. Broken tackle. Good strength. We out. Ooh, yeah. Hey, we ain't got this, bro. 186 too. So good size. You can see it right here. He's breaking a lot of tackles, bro. Shedding that contact. Downfield. Good hands, baby. That again. Too crispy. Wait a minute. Up here at top. Wait a minute. Hey, dog. I like what I see. Okay. We up here, man. We up here with it. Let's see what we got. Good stab. Ooh, stack too. Good stab and stack. Hey, look here. Check this out, bro. Check this out. That was elite route running right there. Elite. I like that. Now watch out. Watch how he get this DB out of position, bro. Stabbing, right? Boom. Already got this motherfucker opening the hips, right? With that little stab, bro, he opened them hips. Soon as he did this, this is what I like. He stacked. Got on top and stacked, homie. Gave room on the sidelines. Check this out. You notice like a lot of receivers, bro, they don't give this room. They fade in it towards the sidelines, and now there's no room to really get to the football. He stacks and stays here. Stay straight on the numbers, bro. So, and then you go ahead. You got room for the quarterback to fade you to the sidelines, and it's a wrap. I like that, bro. I like that. I like that. As far as talent, he's got some talent about him. He's got some talent. Now, where did we take him? I gotta see. I gotta do more research on where people are looking. Might be a little late on the research, but it is what it is. We got Chris Sims putting him second overall as far as receivers. So, will we buy into the Chris Sims hype? Maybe not. I'm all the way there and say like we're gonna buy into the Chris Sims hype, but that right there, you can't deny some of that talent, some of that speed, right? That's immediate, right? That's immediate. So I definitely like what I saw there, man. Y'all let me know, man. How y'all feel about Kyle Williams, bro? After we seeing some of that tape, yeah, dog. I'm like, goddamn, he making plays. He making plays. Pete knows all about Washington State wide receivers too. They did some damage versus his sons at UW. Ooh, man, reflect the sun. Appreciate you. First time seeing you here as well, man. That is a good comment. He might, because his son was at UW. You're going to have to scout against that. So his son might know a thing or two. It might be like, hey, Pops, motherfucker right here is nice. Might have to take a look, right? John Q says, reinforce the defense early in the draft. Seems like there's a lot of skill players available in the mid rounds, and I trust Brady and Spytech, Pete and Chip. I'm more worried about Graham, so let's help him. That's where I'm at, bro. I'm not saying I'm worried about Graham. I'm more like, bro, just stack the defense, bro. We got guys like this that might fall to the second, third round, right? We just watched this tape. This is good tape. I'm like, if you get him in the third round, that's good value, in my opinion. Am I going to expect this man to be fucking Justin Jefferson? No, but to get that in the third round, I like. I do like it. I do like it. Now, see what else we got, man. I just don't like that Genty played against the Mountain West. I really hate using that argument. Just because I don't want to diminish anything. It just, certain things I do feel like I have brought up. I don't want to show it here, bro. I feel like I've talked this Genty shit to exhaustion, bro. But certain things we'll see about. Let's just say that. Let's just say that, because there are some things with him, bro, that scare me, right? You can show people some things where you're like, yeah, this is a concern. And then they'll be like, well, you're just showing lowlights. No, these are things that are consistently on film. So we must be somewhat concerned about it. If you're not, you're not doing your job correctly, right? Imagine you look in the Raiders scouting department and they're like, we don't feel like really looking at that. We don't feel like looking at all his strengths and weaknesses or whatever the case, because we really like him. So we don't feel like looking at none of the weaknesses or nothing like that. Can you imagine if the Raiders did that? We'd be out here fucking ready to fire whoever's in charge. So why just because we're a fan don't mean you can't do it? Well, you don't want to educate yourself or look at what may be some things that can be wrong. No prospect is without some fault, bro. Now, even Brock Bowers last year. So, man, appreciate the $20 holler from Reflect the Sun, man. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. We got a nice little crowd in here. I was about to stop it, but we having good conversation. We rolling. So I think we might go for a little bit more. Yeah, man, you already know what it is. I said, man, we're going to add some more film breakdowns. We're going to add some more. I got a new segment coming as well. It's going to be a funny segment. All right, I'm going to tap you in. I got a new segment coming, right? We're going to take some questionable takes from social media, maybe Twitter, maybe Instagram, maybe wherever, and we're going to show them on here, right? Now, obviously, I'm going to block the names. I don't want to know. I'm not going to say problems, but I don't give a fuck. But saying as far as we're going to keep some level of amenity, right? And we're going to keep some level of exclusion from the names, right? Because their takes, they're entitled to their opinions. But if it's downright egregious and they're saying some real disrespect, oh, the name will be shown. But we're working on that segment right now. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a fire. But let's continue, man. So going in, I like what I saw. I like what I saw right there from Kyle Williams, man. That's good film, right? So if we look at some of these other guys who, and we brought up many a name, right? We brought up many a name. We brought up a lot of guys. Who else makes sense for us to get, for us to grab? So we're gonna show some more film because I kind of like the way this is going. We got Jaden Higgins. All right. Now, this is the prototypical X body receiver, right? If you're seeing him out here on the outside right here, look at his frame. You can already tell how big he is, right? You look at the frame and see. So obviously would be the biggest body in the room, damn near, if he was drafted already. So we're looking down here. Boom. Let's see what the play entails. That was nice right there. Good break. Now we got to remember, right? We just watched Kyle Williams, and Kyle Williams is 6 foot. So obviously he's going to move different, right? He's going to move different to the eye. But we do have to keep the way he's moving relative to his frame. 6'4", 216. See how he gets in and out of breaks. That's nice. For a big body, bro, that's a good break. That's a real good break. Clean, crisp, right? That's clean and crisp. Now we go out here to the outside, right? Let's see what we got on the outside. Now, boom. That's the whole shot, right? That's us finding the whole shot. I'm not going to say the route's pretty. The route's not pretty. But you find the whole shot. You get in there, right? Throttle down. Good throw by the quarterback, but throttle down into the, into this area right here. So shows he knows where to throttle down, at least in the zone. So that's good. Good hands. Boom. Right? Again, what do I keep saying, bro? Hands catching. Right? We don't want to see no body catch. We don't want to see no body catching, bro. That right there is a good ass catch. God damn. Now that you see it from the back view, that's a good catch. So obviously he brings something different than Kyle Williams, right? We already said that. It's a different skill set, more physical skill set. But ooh-wee, snag that motherfucker. Boy, that was nice right there. All right, so now we here. Let me see what we got. I think he's down here on the bottom of the screen. So we're here. No, he's up top. Oh, good route. Where we at? Up top. Let's look at the route right here, man. Let's look at the route. So he threatens already, man. I like the way he's coming off the line. I like the way how fast and how hard he's coming off the line because you're threatening him deep, right? Corner got to get on his horse. So he's threading him off. Boom. Nice throttle down. Big dude, man. Remember, 6'4", bro. We looking at him to get down there, man. Sometimes it's tough for these dudes to get fluid and get down there, bro. But he's doing it pretty nice. So looking at here. His hands are nice, bro. We're not getting a complete refined route tree, in my opinion. The routes are a little rounded. Not as square as you would like, right? But he's rolling into some of these. But the hands are impeccable, dog. His hands are crazy. Can I see that from the back view? His hands are wild, dog. I like that. Yeah, I like that. So that's nice right there. Good catch. Down here. Now, down here at the bottom is where I'm expecting if he was to get drafted by us, this is the role, right? You're in the red zone, 20 and in. You got Brock Bowers out here. You got a big body like Jaden Higgins, and you got Jacoby Myers. Now you got red zone threats, right? Another issue that we might have. If you can't run the ball in the red zone, how are we going to throw it to if you got smaller bodies? But this is where I expect a lot of the role. Jesus. Up here, up top. Bro, his hands are wild, dog. His hands are wild. He doesn't have world-class speed or fluidity or anything like that, but his hands, God damn. Snagged that motherfucker, didn't he? Woo. Damn. Hey, that's good body control on that. That's good body control on that. So that's a little bit of Jaden Higgins, a little bit. Does not to the test. We just watched him back to back. And to the eye test, he don't look like Kyle Williams, right? Kyle Williams was he's kind of getting out there, right? So that's just me to the eye test right now. We got to do more film. I got to do more, but I like Jaden Higgins. I got to do more film on Williams, but just watching the clips right here, it don't even, I'm not going to say it don't look comparable, but your boy looks better. Williams looks better in my opinion. I will look down on that. Now, we're going to get ready to get on out of here, man. We're going to get ready to get on out of here, get ready to end the show off. I appreciate everybody. But before we do, we're going to give you the exclusive Raider rundown breakdown, man. We're going to really do this right. Because when I was trying to do it with Turf, I know we were kind of going in and out, right? We were going in and out. So we didn't really get to see some of what we wanted to see as far as maybe some of the pass blocking that Genty requires, maybe what I'm really talking about, right? And what I'm discussing as far as what I'm looking for a running back to be what he is. Okay? We'll end it off like this because you know me, bro. I said I was going to stop the Genty talk. I said I was going to stop it. But when it comes to running backs, bro, sometimes I got to flex muscle. Look, again, if I'm drafting a running back 6 overall, I better get the whole kit and caboodle. I can't miss nothing. I cannot have to take him off the field in certain instances. I cannot have to do certain things because he cannot do the job, right? That's a non-negotiable. If I'm drafting a running back 6th overall, or if I'm not getting the entire package, he better be Barry Sanders. He better be Saquon Barkley. Because at that point, then, hey, I know I'm going to get screwed up out of there, man. I'm about to get 40, 50 yards, 60 yards in a heartbeat, right? But Ashton Genty is not Barry Sanders. If that's what you're saying, stop smoking that gas station weed. All right? Stop it. It's just fucking your brain up. If you think Ashton Genty is anywhere in Barry Sanders' realm, anywhere, you smoking too much of that. What they be calling that gas station weed, man? What they be calling it? You're serving it right next to the goddamn Allen-laters, man. And y'all just over there, bro. I gotta relax. He's nowhere in the stratosphere. And we're even gonna say this. Money Chuck, you scaring me, dog. You scaring me. You need to find a new plug. Because what he's selling you got you going delirious. All right, because look here, bro. Genty's nowhere near Barry Sanders' realm. And I'm gonna keep it even more funky with you. And I said this last show, just do me a favor. Go watch Ashton Genty. Sure, you like it, you love it, okay, whatever. Then go watch Saquon Barkley at Penn State. And you tell me which running back you think would go first in this draft. I mean, keep it a bean. Go watch Ashton Genty and love that film. But then just go back and refresh yourself on what Penn State Saquon Barkley looked like. And y'all tell me which running back you're going to draft first. So it's not even, I'm sorry, dog. If you watch them films back to back, one of them is a superior running back. And it ain't Genty. You keep trying to put this generational label on it, bro. We're already seeing what generational looks like. He plays in Philadelphia. That's what generational is. Keeping it a bean, bro. That's what a generational running back looks like, right? That's what if you're talking about Saquon Barkley, that's what it looks like in today's day and age. Now, what I really get mad at is people saying, "Okay, well, Genty, we don't ask him to do this." Now, for Money Chuck crowd, right, and all these people, if I tell you that pass blocking is a weakness. And pass blocking is a major weakness, actually. It's not just a weakness, like it's a major weakness in this man's game. What do you say to that? Right? And to the people that sit here and they're like, man, running backs, we're not drafting a running back to pass block. So what the fuck is he doing when he's not running the ball? Twiddling his thumbs? And then you're going to say, oh man, we're just going to send him on routes. Newsflash, Genty's not Christian McCaffrey. So the route tree is limited on what I'm going to be able to just throw him out there to just run routes to do. You think I'm going to just throw him in the slot? And he's going to run routes like Tyler Lockett and shit and all this. Like, no, he's not. He's not that type of running back. He's more of a screen, a swing, a quick out type of running back. That's what he is. So I can't run all them routes all the time. That's the only routes he can run. No, you're going to send some more packages out there to do certain things, right? So, okay, if that's already one of those, right? What? What? Bro, see, look. I knew somebody was going to say it. What do they do when they don't run the ball? Jesus Christ, dog. Hey, look. So for in this, right? So for in this right here, we're going to go ahead and show this. Okay? I just want to see certain things, right? So again, this is NFL football that we're talking about. Now, excuse the footage. It's grainy. It is. You're going to have to get through it. It is what it is. But all you need to focus on is 15 and white helmet. 15 and this white helmet. Okay? Play the footage. Now, we're not just playing this because it's a low light or whatever, bro. This is consistent on the film. And guess what? This ain't Michigan. This ain't Minnesota. This ain't some of these other squads that some of these running backs are actually playing against. This is Nevada. This man will be selling car insurance somewhere. Professional coach after this is done. But Nevada, again, right? So you tell me if running backs aren't meant to block. Sure, I'm just gonna throw ass in. The sheer presence of Genty is going to dissuade linebackers from going after a quarterback. Geno is getting killed in this instance, dog. Killed. This is a Nevada linebacker. What do you think? Go back. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Go again, right? Again. Here we are here. Okay? Piss poor. And again, I'm not calling him a great running back. Oh, now you don't care, Money Chuck. Oh, you should care. This piss poor. This is terrible. Give a fuck how you spin it to me, dog. This is terrible. Look at it. Okay. Next one. Trying to cut block. Here we go. Now, when you cut block, what they say, everybody that play football, I know my boy Turf know. If you a running back and you cut block, they tell you better get him on the ground. You better get him on the ground if you're going to cut block. Because you're fucked if you don't. What is that? What is this? Come on, son. Come on, dog. And we're serious about these things. I can't take this at 6. It's not worth. Now, when we go back to this clip, replace this car salesman. Replace him. Replace the car salesman with Dre Greenlaw. Some of you can try to sweep it under the rug all you want. Replace number 15 with Dre Greenlaw. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? That? You think shit? Some of y'all think this shit's a game, dog, when it comes to this, bro. Replace. Now, okay, if you don't want Dre Greenlaw, replace that with Nick Bolton. What's going to happen? That. I'm seeing it against a Nevada linebacker. So you don't think that's going to happen against Dre Greenlaw and Nick Bolton when we play Denver and Kansas City? Try again. Now let's go here. I don't care how old Khalil Mack is. I don't care how old Khalil is. If he gets Genty one-on-one, he's doing this to him. I guarantee you. If Khalil Mack gets this man one-on-one like that, that's what's going to happen. And some of you are saying, well, he's not going to be asked to do that. So that means I got to take him out on certain downs, right? So then that would mean he's not a 3-down back, right? So then that means I can't draft a running back that's not a 3-down back, right? So again, as we continue, bro, if that's Khalil Mack, what the fuck is he going to do? Let me know. I don't care how old he is, dog. He's going to do him filthy. That boy will do him filthy. And there's no way you can hide him. You're not going to sit there and say, well, Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers are going to do all his job for him. That means you're hiding your 6th overall pick. I'm not doing that. That means I have to shield him from certain situations. Then that means it's not really warranted a 6th overall pick, right? That means it doesn't warrant a 6th round overall pick if I have to shield this man and hide him from certain situations. So, as we continue, right? As we continue with this, because Money Chuck, I see Money Chuck, and there's some people that's probably not even commenting that feel the way Money Chuck feel. And this is for all y'all, right? So you tell me. Now, check this out, right? We saw all that. That's crazy. And some of my concerns with Genty is the frame. 5'8", 211 pounds, right? So that's some of the frame. I'm like, dog, how can a running back succeed? Now, I give him some grace, right? Because I'm like, how can a running back succeed successfully, continuously, right, when you're 5'8", 211? That is asking a lot of a running back to do, correct? That's asking a lot of him. That's asking a lot of him to do at that size to continuously do it. So I understand that. I definitely understand that, okay? But then again, this is why I love it. This is why I love having this podcast, bro. Why I love starting this shit. So if that's an excuse, what's the excuse for 5'10", 202-pound Travion Henderson doing this against Penn State? What's the excuse? Where is it? This ain't Nevada. Look at this. What? Look. More. Bro. This man is 10 pounds lighter than Genty. 10 pounds. And you mean to sit there and tell me that this man, that Genty can't do what this man's doing? It's just not even in the same realm. The blocking's not. Look what we just saw. This is better competition. Way better. Look at what he's doing. Michigan. Oregon. We just saw Genty get crushed by Oregon. Held up pretty. This is what holding your block is. Not catching. Watch this. Look at that. This is beautiful. This is what blocking looks like. Not none of that bullshit that y'all try to pass off that what Genty is doing is as blocking, bro. Catching your guy and hoping that he doesn't ram you into the quarterback before he throws the ball. Come on, dog. Like, that's what blocking is. And some of you are showing just how little football you know. It's true. Some of you are showing just how little football you understand. And it's beautiful to see. Because I hope them people unsubscribe from this channel. I hope you people don't like what I'm saying. Because I hope that our football intelligence, not only mine, but the audience as well, offends some of you. I hope it does. Because what some of you are saying is downright stupidity. Downright stupidity. Right? Like, look, and we just gotta call it a bean. Again. More. Come on, son. Let me see you knock a motherfucking head back, bro. Let me see you actually block somebody, bro, and not catch somebody. Watch this. Boy. This is the difference, dog. This is where I get excited. That's how I get excited. And yeah, and this is true, right? Worst blocking to best blocking. You could say that. But see, the main point I'm saying is right? Because some people will sit there and tell me, Dre, it's because Genty's 5'8". It's because he's 212. Well, what's the excuse for Travion, who's 5'10", 202? What's the excuse? They're damn near the same size. And I'm seeing this man put this on film against better competition. Sometimes you just cannot. Oh, my God. 5'9", 215. Oh, what a difference. Oh, what a difference. Hey, bro. I'm telling you, this is where people start showing their IQs. This is where they start showing it more. We're running. We're gonna show you what actual blocking look like tonight. We're not gonna do none of that bullshit tonight. Woo! Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Guess what? I can do that for multiple other running backs as well. I don't have to just do it for him. Guess who else I can look up? Watch this. Let me see. Y'all gonna be real mad when I look this up. Because this is near. Even Devin Neal. Even Devin Neal. Bang. What's the difference? What's the difference? The size is the same. The size is the same. He's not catching, dog. He's going, hey, and I understand. You feel what I'm saying? Now with Travion Henderson, he's the number one blocker in his class. But looking at this, bro, he's attacking the blitz. That's how you attack the blitz and take it on strong. My man is getting ran over. The technique's not good right now, right? And that's kind of the problem. Now, there is a little want to with Genty. There's a little bit. But my man gonna stick his face in there, right? Like, and the reason I show these two people is because the size is the same. It's similar. But why are the results not the same? Why are the results not similar? Because right now, the technique is piss poor. Right now, right? It's not showing the ability to anchor down on the blocks. It's not showing that ability, right? Like coming into the league, I can put Travion Henderson in certain situations. And I know my quarterback will be protected. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. Even Ollie Gordon. And I don't even want to bring up the Ollie Gordon tape when we talk about the pass blocking, right? Don't let me bring up the Ollie Gordon tape. And now the only reason I ain't bring that up is because he's a way bigger running back. So it obviously makes sense, right? But even him, come on, son. So immediately, bro, this is what you don't understand, Money Chuck. I would rather have a small number of subscribers that actually care and know about football than a whole bunch of subscribers that don't really know about football, because it's like talking to brick walls, right? So it's like you leaving actually helps my channel, because then it actually brings in more of the people that I want to talk to. You feel what I'm saying? It brings in more of my people, like Death Pile, like Drake for show, like all my people. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's fine with me, right? I've only had my channel for 2-3 years. We gonna grow, trust me. So you not being here, ain't no skin off my back, baby. Ain't no skin off my back, baby. Chuck is intense. Chuck is mad. Chuck is mad. So how we go, man? As we continue, bro. This is why I love starting this shit right here, bro. As y'all know, bro, y'all already know. Y'all, everybody that tune in all the time, always watching. Of course, we continue to grow, bro. Y'all mean the world to me, bro. Because we actually have great conversation in this mug, man. We come on here. I don't come on here every day, but we come on here. We just continuously talk. I'm not always right, but we can admit when we're wrong, and we can admit when we disagree, and have some conversation as well. You feel what I'm saying? And this is where we take the emotion out of it, right? We got to take the emotion out of certain things. Now, certain things is going to piss us off. Certain things is going to get us pretty mad. But Understandably so, bro. If you can't see certain sides from certain angles, which is crazy because today we even played into the Ashton Genty angle today. People still mad. So you can't always please everyone, right? You can't please everyone, which is funny. And this leads me into the last topic, the draft. Not everybody's going to be happy. There's like a 60% chance I'm probably not going to be happy with the pick. I'm not going to lie. 60% because there's so many avenues we can go. And it's a higher percentage because Genty might be the pick. So that's like a greater percentage where I'm probably not going to like this pick. But where the difference will lie is that after the pick is done, yes, I will review it. Yes, I will have my reaction. And yes, I will have my thoughts. But still, he's a Raider. So we're going to support. We're going to hope that every concern that I has is nullified. We're going to hope that every concern that I brought up doesn't rear its ugly head because he's a Raider. And we're going to continue to hope for that. And that goes for whatever prospect it will be. Some of y'all, even if Shador is picked, some of y'all, same thing, right? We're getting close, right? I think it's less than a month. So we're getting close, bro. We're going to continue to bring more of this draft talk, more of these draft topics. But let's just keep in mind, bro, that let's just hope we make a great decision. That's it, right? Let's just hope we make a great decision. So that's all we want. So, right, let's go ahead and get ready to get on up out of here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end this thing out. Make sure you guys keep your notifications on because I'm gonna go ahead and make another show for later on this week. I think maybe Wednesday, Thursday, one of them days, right? Where I think we're going to talk about linebackers. We're going to do linebackers because that's the next pressing. That is the next pressing need. So that I think we definitely have to go ahead and talk about that because if we don't talk about linebackers, bro, we're fucked right now. I mean, we lost Christian Ellis from the Patriots. That's something I forgot to talk about today. We lost the Ellis dude from the Patriots. Them bitch ass bastards. I knew they was going to offer this man the day before. Right, or the day of. We had it till Monday to offer this man and him be on the team. As far as Ellis, bro, they offered this man on the Monday, so we already knew what time it is, man. Chuck, what are you saying? Right? What are you saying? Okay, it definitely sounds like you are over there eating fucking glue sticks right now, dog. Relax. All right, you over here saying some of the most dumbest things I've seen right now. What are you saying? Hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I love people like Buddy Chuck, bro. Because Buddy Chuck, he'll be like, damn, this show sucks. This shit's terrible. This man been here for the whole 1 hour and 50 minutes. This man been here for the whole 1 hour and 50 minutes. He had a whole hour and 50 minutes to tell me that the show sucks, but he's stuck enough around for that though. Appreciate you for my monetization views though, big dog. I appreciate you. Anyway though, as we continue to end this thing, I'll make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't be a money chuck. Don't be a hater, man. Make sure you guys come over here and join your boy Rundown on this journey that we got to 3K, man. You know, we start off small time, but that we always got to start off a little small to get to the greatness. You already know what time it is, man. The goal is to make this one of the best Raider channels on YouTube, and we on the way to doing that. So make sure you guys are tapping in, sharing this thing out. As always, man, having this great conversation. Remember, we're going to have a show Wednesday or Thursday, and we're going to be talking linebackers. So make sure you guys pull up for that. That's going to be a good show because we definitely got to talk about that shit, bro. I mean, we are thin. And we correlate thin at linebacker. So we got to go ahead and get right. So until then, make sure you guys tap in with all that. And you know what I say here on the Rundown, man. We keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. Appreciate y'all, man. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.